Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaylin and I am Always Crochet, where we sell patterns, plushies, and more. I think a lot of this week is going to be pretty lax. I don't have any specific custom orders to work up. I have some plushies that people want to buy, but they're more so like if you get around to making it, which I am going to do. One of them is going to be for a pattern test. So this week we're going to work on that pattern test that is going to kind of turn into a custom order, if that makes sense. Somebody saw that I shared it on my story and said when it's done, I want to buy it. So we are going to do that. I also organized my craft room, like the shelves behind me. So I'm going to show you guys those. And yeah, we're just going to kind of go ahead and crochet throughout the week and see what the week brings us. So let's get to it. Okay, I put you guys on a tripod in the corner of my office on top of a printer. So I'm hoping this works out and you guys can see me well enough. But I want to first show you guys the crew necks that came in. These are for the Halloween crew necks for the shirt drop I'm doing on August 31st. I have my own, so I'm going to show you that one so I don't have to open up the packages, but let me grab that for you. So this is the Halloween crew neck. It is a little ghost with a coquette bow, and it says trick or treat, give me yarn, and obviously he's got his trick or treat bag out asking for yarn. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on just over the t-shirt that I'm already wearing. So I went with a size large, thinking that for Halloween it would be cute to wear with leggings potentially. Normally Halloween in Florida is really hot, but I'm hoping it's not this year. I might just be delusional. It'll be a tiny bit more baggy just because there won't be a shirt underneath it for Halloween. Obviously I would be sweating like crazy, but you can kind of see the baggy fit. I really love this crew neck. I think it came out so cute. The pink is absolutely perfect. I just am in love with it. It's the best color and it could not have come out any better. I am so excited to drop these. I am going to have a very limited amount, so be sure you keep your eyes out for the drop if you want one, and if they do well, then I'll probably get some more to drop again before Halloween so enough people can get them. So cute. I really want to wear this with leggings on Halloween. I just think that would be precious, but like I said, you never know in Florida what the weather is going to be like, so fingers crossed it's a cozy Halloween this year. But last year I wore a t-shirt and shorts and I was sweating, so I know that I probably won't be able to wear this for Halloween. But either way, if I can't, I will post pictures of me in it on Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, the pattern test that we are doing is for Kit's Knits, and it is a little candy corn girl. I think she named it Cornelia, which is just adorable. So we're gonna make that today. I have my color palette behind me and this little bin over here. So we're gonna do that. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my shelves that I organized because I'm so proud and so happy they're finally done. It makes me actually wanna be in this room. Obviously, my husband works in here. He works in this little corner right here. So when he's working, I can't be in here recording because he's on calls. But when he's not working, maybe I can record in here a bit more and like actually hang out in here, because this is what I intended the room for, to be the room where I record and get videos done and record content, stuff like that. So I need it to be aesthetically pleasing, or at least organized. So this is my spot of the room. Most of my yarn is in this spot. I still have to hang this up, but we are going to be probably moving sooner rather than later, so I don't want to put more holes in the walls, so it might have to wait. I'm not sure. But as you can see, most of my yarn, it's not super organized. I kind of crammed a lot of it in there. I have more yarn in the closet, which I will open up in a minute, but I don't want to have to use it until that's done because I just need to work through my stash. But here, I kept these out because these are ordered quite often. These are my mystery octos, so I have these easily accessible. I have my sales for the year, which I need to do another update on those soon. 2 plushies that I do have on the website, but I love them, so I wanted them displayed, and one of my mom's little chickens. I just have like a little homemade gift from my Nana that she made me when I was younger. Obviously, my Labubu. These are all of my poly mailers. I didn't realize how many I have, but I have over 1,000, so lots of poly mailers. This is a plushie from Kate Crochet that we did in an art trade. She's on display because she's so cute. An empty crate that I will probably find something to put in it, I'm sure. But my label printer, all of my shipping stuff other than the poly mailers are right here. So I have like stickers, care cards, business cards, freebies, everything like that is in there. They're random. I just have a scale for shipping, but you know, I don't really use it, to be honest. I have one of my pom pals. I have a little collection of them. I want to get a lot more, but just one was in this room for some reason, so I have it there, as well as my Joyberry boxes for my partnership with them. This is a Highland cow that I made for my mom a couple years ago for her birthday. Down here we just have like our little pink cash box that we use for markets. These are shipping boxes, which I haven't used yet. I honestly don't know why I bought this size because it doesn't fit any of my plushies, but hopefully I find a use for them one day. I think actually I have used a couple for mystery octos, but other than that I don't really use them, but I would like to because I like shipping boxes more than poly mailers. It's like more satisfying for some reason, which is silly, but yeah. And then in here, I've just got like some other random little things that I need. I have like little vases that I want to use in a craft in the future, some crochet hooks, lots of my Ollie's crochet pins, and then weighted pellets as well as nylon socks for the pellets. In here, I just have a ton of different supplies. It's not super organized in there, like some of the safety eyes fell out and stuff, but that's just what I got in there. And same with over there. It's not perfect. I need to organize this a little bit better, but for now it works. Yeah, so this is what we're working with so far inside my closet. Believe it or not, this is organized. I have up here mainly just like some clothes that I need to list on Depop and like some random little things. There's yarn in this. This is filled with yarn. That's just some like memory keepsake things that were my mom's. And then all down here, these bins all the way to the ground, those are just yarn. But this is the bad part. This is all plushies, things that are done and ready to sell. And underneath this polyfill, oh yeah, more yarn there. Underneath this polyfill, this is 2.5 full bags of plushies that are ready to sell. Some of them are on my website, some of them are not, but I need these gone. I'm thinking about doing mystery boxes because I just have so much, or like mystery plushie bags, or maybe monthly subscriptions for plushies. I don't know yet, but I just have so many. My next market is not till later this year. It's still several months away, and I don't want to keep just accumulating plushies, but obviously I'm not going to stop crocheting, so I really don't know what to do. I'm either going to list a ton of stuff on the website or list some mystery boxes, and we'll see. Like maybe I would say $20 a plushie plus free shipping. Maybe I would do just like, for example, $20 in free shipping and send out like a random plushie that they don't know that's going to be worth what they paid for, if that makes sense. I really don't know yet. I think it would be fun if I did that, and then for some of them I would send out like one larger plushie. Sometimes it would be like 2 smaller ones, and I would just cover the shipping so it's included in the price, if that makes sense. Oh, and this one is not yarn. This is all of my t-shirts and crew necks and everything like that that came in that I'm leaving here until I list it on my website, and then I'll put it on these shelves. And also then I just have my newest pattern there. Have them on display because I like looking at them right now. Okay, it's been a few hours and I wanted to go ahead and do a check-in. So I am, like I said, testing that pattern for Kits Knits. It is Cornelia the candy corn, and she's coming out really cute. So I'm going to show you where I'm at so far. So far, I have the legs done and the arms done. The arms are so funny because they're so skinny with tiny little hands. So those are the hands, little arms. They're so cute. And then these are the legs with the boots. And the technique for the boots I really like. I actually haven't seen it done quite like this before. So the way she did it, I'm not going to reveal because that's her pattern, but it is truly really cool. So I'm a big fan of these. They are precious, and you can see the little indentation and stuff. So the way she did them is like quite genius, and I think they're just adorable. So these are going to be the little legs on the candy corn, and this will be the arms on the side. So this is the pattern, what it's supposed to look like. It is super, super cute. Just like this little simple candy corn that isn't too complex. This pattern, like I like it because it's very beginner friendly, but it still has that detail and it matches her style. Like if you look up Kits Knits on Instagram, she has a really brilliant style that's just kind of whimsy, and I don't know how to explain it other than whimsy, honestly, but it's very good, and I'm very excited to finish up this pattern. So like I said, I have these 4 pieces done, and I finished the yellow part of the body. So that's the bottom of the candy corn, and next I'm moving on to orange. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, I just need to get back to my place in the pattern. So with this yellow, I was actually working up Drift the Octopus, and I have to do, I think like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to do 3 more tentacles, and I had to cut off the yarn for now, and I have enough to finish it, I think. I'm hoping so, because this is what I've got left in the yellow. So that should be enough to do the tentacles, and then I'm done with yellow. So I'm gonna have to get more because I really wanted to make a couple of these candy corns, but I may only be able to finish up 1 right now. So that kind of stinks. Maybe I have like mustard or something, but I'm not sure if that would look good. We'll have to see. So let's go ahead and move on to the orange. Today is Monday, which means that tomorrow I'm choosing testers for my cat pattern. And I have yet to type up the cat pattern and format it in Canva. So that's another thing I'm going to do. Once this plushie is done, which should be pretty soon, I'm going to go ahead and next type up that cat pattern so that I can actually successfully choose the testers tomorrow and like have everybody start. I'm definitely waiting till like the last minute, but I just didn't have time to actually format the pattern yet. But thankfully I took all the pattern photos, so I don't have to crochet another cat before the tester called, because that would literally not get done. I don't have enough time. I'm definitely going to, once this is done, type up that pattern. Typing up the patterns is definitely, in my opinion, like the worst part of designing patterns. I just hate formatting it in Canva. I wish I could just, as I'm thinking of it, like automatically upload it to the laptop, but it just doesn't work out that easily. I can't even tell you how many patterns I've probably written up and just never formatted on Canva, so they almost go to waste essentially. And I really need to stop doing that too, because then I'm just wasting my time designing patterns to begin with. But I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. It's a shame too, because I love designing patterns and having my own crochet patterns. Like, it's just so cool to me, and such an important part of a crochet business is designing your own patterns, but putting it into Canva kills me. Okay, so this is where we are at so far. I have 2 more rounds of the orange to do, and then I'm going to move on to the white, which the white is a brand new skein that I actually grabbed at Walmart yesterday. I got an off-white or an ivory because I had absolutely 0 white yarn left, none at all. So we're gonna go ahead and finish the top of this with that new skein. It was actually pretty cheap. It was the same size as a Bernat skein of 220 yards. That worked out. I have used this yarn before. It's just like their generic brand, and it's pretty good quality. I would say it's more comparable to Premier Basics or Bernat Baby Blanket because it's not dense, but it works out perfect because I'm using Premier for this so far. The pattern calls for 16mm safety eyes, but I only have 12. That's the closest I have to that size. After that I have 30, which is too big. So we're gonna go ahead and do 12, which I still think will look cute because I think small eyes have like more of the look that this pattern is looking for. So let's go ahead and attach those. I also, normally with these, I add some super glue to them just so they stay put on the fabric, but I can't find my glue. I lost it. I don't know how the heck I lost it, but I did. So we're gonna try that method where you light the back on fire, or just melt it. Probably not light it on fire. We're gonna melt it and then push it down with the butt of this. So let's see how that goes and if I burn my house down. I'm actually kind of nervous. I don't think I've ever done this method before, at least not that I can remember. So we'll see how it goes. I feel like it could not be good to breathe in these fumes from the melted plastic. It definitely melted them, as you can see. But my concern isn't necessarily the backs popping off. It's more of it being able to just be pulled through, but I think that will be sufficient. I mean, it's going to an adult that wants to buy this, not a child. Like if it were gonna be a small child, I would definitely just embroider the eyes, but it's going to an adult, so I highly doubt they're going to pull the backs off. This is the yarn that I'm using. It actually feels really nice. I guess it is pretty comparable to normal Bernat blanket, which I like because Bernat's my favorite yarn. And this is the Mainstays brand in just the color ivory. That's it. It says Cozy Chenille Blanket Yarn. So we're gonna go ahead and use this. And I'm glad that I got this and got a brand new skein. Like I said, it was only like $7 and change. Okay, I wanted to hop back on to show you guys that I finished Cornelia, and she is so cute. I know this one's sold, but I may have to make another one just to keep for my house because I'm gonna be decorating for Halloween very soon. I'm probably gonna wait till the first day of fall just so I don't get overstimulated by everything in the house and like, you know, want to take it down before Halloween. But I think I am gonna record me decorating for Halloween, make a reel on Instagram, and put it in a long video on YouTube. So comment if you do want to see that. But anyway, I finished her up and she's really precious. I'm actually kind of sad that she sold, and like I said, I am gonna make another one for myself, I think, because how can I not? I mean, she is just so cute. Her boots honestly make her, like they make this pattern. So Nina did so good on this, and all her patterns are obviously amazing, but this one really is adorable and I love her so much. But yeah, I want to show you guys that she is done, and I think up next I'm gonna go ahead and type up my pattern. I think I'm gonna log off for the night and probably won't record anymore until tomorrow most likely, because you guys don't want to sit and watch me type a pattern. That's pretty boring. But I'm very happy I got her done, and I recorded a reel for her and posted her on Instagram. So today was a pretty good day. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. The last day I recorded was Monday, which I said I was gonna check in on Tuesday and I didn't have time, but I have still been crocheting a ton. I haven't been doing nothing. I actually got quite a bit done, more than I usually get to do in a week. So I'm gonna go ahead and catch you guys up with everything I've been working on. Also, I'm wearing my t-shirt that says Christ, Coffee, and Crochet. I just have some comfy pink sweatpants on with it because today's a stay-at-home day and tomorrow I'm going out. It's my nephew's first birthday. So tomorrow I'm not gonna be home. I think it starts at like 2 p.m., which means we gotta get a lot done today. So like I said, I have been crocheting quite a bit. I think I started 3 whips as well as finished up several mini plushies. So it's been quite a bit, and I would like, the goal is to finish all of the whips by the end of this video, which means before like noon tomorrow. I have to have everything done. I stayed up till 1 a.m. last night crocheting. I was watching The Summer I Turned Pretty and working on a pattern test that I was chosen for last night. So I stayed up late crocheting it last night, made a mistake, had to frog a ton of stuff, and woke up early this morning and got back to it. So let me show you guys that one first, I think. Actually, no. So that's another one that we're gonna be catching up on. So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing I've been crocheting is these geese. This is my own pattern that I am looking into releasing. I did find somebody who has a similar pattern. It's not exact, and theirs is made with acrylic yarn, but I've been trying to reach out to them, get in contact with them, see if they'd be comfortable with me releasing this. I don't know if it's even that similar, but I just don't want to risk it. So that is something that I am going to do before I release it because I don't want to step on anyone's toes at all. I just want to have respect for everybody in the community, make sure they're content with me releasing my own version. And if I do, I'm going to make this a little pattern pack. So let me show you up close what this is. It is these little geese. They are so fun. They work up very quickly. They're under 30 minutes. I would say they're about 20 minutes to make. And they're also no-sew, which is a huge bonus, at least to me. Sewing is the bane of my existence. These little guys, I'm just calling them, you know, it's a silly goose because I feel like that's very common, but they're weighted in the bottom with plastic pellets, like the weighted pellets. I have a bunch of those in the bottom and a like pantyhose nylon sock thing to keep them all contained. So that's in here to make them stand up on their own. I made, I think, 10 of them. So 9 of them were from one skein of yarn. It was the same skein of yarn that I started with the Cornelia plushie, which was at the beginning of this video. And then one of them I made with the rest of a Bernat sparkle yarn that I had left over, which is this one. And this one I posted a little reel saying like, this is the skin of a killer Bella, which is a Twilight reference because it is, like I said, Bernat sparkle. It's not picking up super well on camera. You can kind of see it there, but it is extremely sparkly, which I love. I think it is so pretty. So yeah, I made a lot of these. They're really, really, really cute. They are probably one of my favorite things that I've ever made, and I'm hoping I can release this pattern with a pattern pack because I want to do a mallard with it as well as probably just a regular like yellow duck or something, or different colored ducks, which that's easy. That's just color changes for the most part. So that would be fun. It's actually hilarious because it's a whole gaggle of geese is what I guess a group of geese is called. So I'm going to show you them all together. I'm just going to set them on the floor because I'm in my room right now. The baby is asleep in the living room. And I'm going to show you all of them together because they're just so cute. They've been sitting on my TV stand for like 3 days now. I finished them a few days ago and I've just been staring at them. I love them. They are on my website in case you want one. And yeah, they're 6 inches tall. I don't know exactly how much they weigh, but they're a good little weight. They're not too heavy to where they're like, I don't know. It's plastic pellets, so they're not bad at all, but they do stand on their own. Look at them all together. I feel like they just look so perfect. This one's kind of off to the side because he's running into them, but they are so cute. I'm absolutely obsessed with them. I love them so much. And like I said, this is probably going to be a pattern that I did write up already, but I released. So stay tuned for that. I will keep you guys updated on the process of that because I want everyone to be able to make these. They're freaking precious and one of the cutest patterns I've ever written up, I think. I love them. And their little pouty faces. Oh, I cannot even deal. They're so cute. Like I said, these are on my website and shipping is cheap for them. I think it's $4.80 for one, and it goes up a little bit if you get 2. And I listed them for $18.50 each. Up next, Halloween is coming up, as you know, so I started some Halloween plushies. I started on Oogie Boogie. I made him in a dark color because I would like to zombify him. I want to do some brains here, some red stitching for like blood, and then black stitching all the way around, which comes with him automatically. Like I said, this is another thing I want to finish up. I started him, I think, 2 nights ago and finished him up yesterday morning as far as like his body, and now it's really just the little details, which I should be able to get done pretty quickly. I probably need like another, I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes to do all the details, but I wanted to show you guys where I'm at with this. Oogie Boogie is one of my favorites. He is from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and that is one of my favorite movies ever. A lot of people say it's a Christmas movie. I think it's a Halloween movie personally. It's something I watch every year around spooky season. My husband and I usually sit down and watch it, and he falls asleep. He's actually never seen the full thing, which is crazy because that movie was a huge part of my childhood. So every Halloween I make at least one of these, and I actually made a giant one years ago before Madeline Mako released her pattern, and it was the most expensive plushie I'd ever sold at the time. It was $80. I shipped it on Etsy, and I remember selling it and I cried. I was so excited. It was just a random Etsy order, and I hadn't even had the business for super long, so I think it was less than a year that I had it. So Oogie Boogie has an extra special place in my heart for that, because that is something that that kickstarted my drive even more and made me realize like, wow, people actually want my stuff. It blew my mind, and it still does. So we will be finishing this guy up today. I want to, like I said, incorporate some brains here, do that red blood stitching. Of course, he needs his normal Oogie Boogie face, and yeah, we'll see where we go with him. I hope he turns out how I'm envisioning. It's not going to be anything crazy zombified. Like he's still going to have his 2 eyes. I'm not going to do the hanging eye like I could, but I don't know, maybe I will. I just don't think so. We're just going to do some little mini details to mix them up a little bit. Speaking of zombies, we also started a zombie pickle. We're almost done with it. All I have left to do is I want to do another red stitching here, and this is the stitching I was talking about that's going to go on Oogie Boogie. It's just a super simple red stitch to embroider like the look of a wound. That's it. It's nothing crazy at all. I'm also going to use black to embroider an X for his eye, and I gave him some brains. So this is a zombie pickle. This is going to be a free pattern that I am going to release on my Instagram soon. I'm just going to get it tested with my group of testers that I use for all my free patterns. So this will be out, the goal is before mid-September, I believe. We're gonna see if I can get it done in time. It's really similar to my normal pickle pattern. It's just a little modification up here for the most part. Everything else is pretty much the same. So we're gonna try to get this done ASAP, but I have so much to do. I got a custom order that came in last night for a small plushie that should take me like 30 minutes or less. So that one will probably be in next week's video. I don't think we're gonna get it done today. I hope so, but I don't think so. So we have to work on that. And then also another custom order came in that I'm getting started on in September for a larger mouse. So I have to make 2 of those. One for a giveaway that I will be collaborating with another small business that I will give some more details about in the future. And then I have to make one into a custom as well. So I don't want to give too many details about that, but once I start that project, I'll get more into it and you guys will see me make it. But it is going to be very, very cute and very fun. It'll be a little Christmas giveaway in November. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be on my Instagram. As long as I can get all of that done in time, then this will be out on time too. I also finished up this little duck with a hat. So this is one that I'm not even kidding, I made when I was pregnant. So it's been sitting on my desk for like 2 years without eyes. So I didn't technically make this, but I'm adding it to my plushie bin for the month of finished plushies because I'm counting it. All I did was embroider his eyes. It was literally nothing at all, but I don't care. We take our wins when we have them. So I just wanted to show you guys this one because I've never shown him before. He's not on any of my social medias at all. He is on my website. I think I listed him for $9. So he's ready and looking for his new home. I can also always add keychains to plushies. So if you ever want that, just message me and I can add a keychain to anything. I don't charge extra for that right now because it's not a big deal at all. But I want to show you guys this cute little chicken that is done. Or duck. Yeah, he's a duck. Okay, I have 3 more plushies to show you, then we will go ahead and get into crocheting. These ones I am extremely excited about. They're these doofy little monsters that I love so much. As you guys know, I love making monsters. I love making ugly creatures. I have my little monsters. I have my mumps. I have my Moxie and Mort monster. I have my Halloween little monsters. I have so many creatures that don't actually exist that I just make up, like my Trixie Troll. So monsters are my favorite thing in the world to make. I love them. I just think they're so fun. So last night I was inspired by my Fuggler that I have, as well as my eyelash yarn. I love mixing eyelash yarn with Bernat blanket. It makes the perfect and softest texture in the world. I love it so much. A little technique that I do every once in a while. I've done it for a bunny ear before. It was like an accent ear that was long for one of my Madeline Mako bunnies. So I decided to do it on these monsters. This one first, I'm going to finish up. I was debating giving him arms. I'm definitely going to give him arms now. another whip that I'm gonna try to finish. I'm debating short arms or long arms. I haven't decided yet. This one is really just free-handed, and so is this one too, but I think this one I'm gonna write up. I don't know if it's gonna be released or if I'm gonna keep it for myself. I'm not sure yet, but look how funny he is. I think he is just so silly and goofy, and he's definitely weird looking. I think it's perfect for Halloween, and how fun would it be to freehand a ton of monsters in different colors. I need to get some more of this eyelash yarn. It's Premier Yarns, but they sell it at my Dollar Tree, which is like a minute from my house. It's literally next door. So I think I'm going to go and grab some more of that because I believe I only have 2 colors left. So I'd like to grab a ton of these, freehand a ton of monsters, and either do a monster drop or bring them to my market. But I'm thinking I will name each individual one and then give them a little personality, like do some little characteristics, print it out and ship it. I might do mystery monsters, or you can pick, I don't know what I want to do yet, but something I'm thinking about. This one is my favorite. I just love him. I think he's so funny with his one eye. It's green and sparkly, and he is so soft. It's insane. This eyelash yarn is just insanely soft. Then him too. I love him with his little blush, his face. He just looks so hilarious to me, but like I said, he definitely needs arms. He kind of looks like a tooth right now, and I don't want that, so I'm gonna add arms to him and make a bunch more monsters. The extra monsters will not be in this video. I won't have time for them, but stay tuned for the future because I plan on just squeezing little monsters in whenever I can, especially since Halloween is coming up. I think it'll be fun. And like I said, I would love to do a monster drop for my website, and then at my next market, I think it'd be really fun too to have like a little monster section where people could just pick and choose their little bestie. It's like a little emotional support creature slash monster. It's just precious. I love them. I don't know what it is about monsters, but I love them so much. I think they're so cute because they're cute little make-believe monsters, not scary ones, but he is just hilarious. Imagine him like sitting on the dashboard of your car, just keeping you company while you drive. Come on, how cute. I feel like that is just precious, and I really am obsessed with him. Okay, lastly, before we get to crocheting, I know I am talking your guys' ears off. This one I am extremely excited for. This is a pattern test for Madeline Mayco, one of my fave pattern designers ever. I am crocheting her Poppy, the not so scary clown. She is coming along so cute. I decided to do all pinks and greens and purples for her. This is a bobble stitch. However, I pushed it back inward because I regret doing the white. So I think I'm gonna put a flower here instead because I'm not a fan of the white at all. It was popped out originally, but I just pushed it in. I'm gonna try to cover that up with a flower and see if it looks better because it was my own doing. It's nothing wrong with the pattern. I just should have gone with this green color, honestly. And by the time I realized how much I hated the white, I was too far gone. So we're gonna go ahead and work on her, finish her up. Obviously with this pattern, you can use whatever colors you want, but for the clown, it called for a cream color. I decided to go with this creamy, I think it's not a speckle from Bernat. I don't know what these little variegated yarns are called, but it's kind of like an ombre with colored speckles, if that makes sense. That's what I'm using for her. I have a ton of these yarns and I honestly don't love them. They're not my favorite, but it's what I also used for this. If you can kind of tell, it is the same. So I'm trying to use up these yarns. They work up great with a 7mm hook. And I think that's why I don't love them, is because I'm used to an 8mm still, even though I've been using my 7mm a lot. I would just like to get back to my thicker yarns that are the denser Bernats, because something about the super soft yarn just bothers me, but I don't like the super rough yarn. I like a nice in-between. So I'm trying to use up all of these and really just everything in my stash as soon as I can. We are almost to the point of her hair, and when we get to the hair, we are going to use this Premier Basics, which pretty close to my shirt today, but this is a neon green. This yarn I'm not looking forward to working with, but I'm going to use it up because, like I said, it's in my stash. I'm not wasting any yarn. I'm not buying any more anytime soon, except for probably this eyelash. But this one, for some reason, it's got to just be like a bad batch. It is so rough to work with. It's honestly a really, really poor texture. I'm not thrilled with it, but like I said, I think it's just a one-off because this was in the big order I did recently. It was like a month ago, a large order of Premier, and all of the yarn was perfect except for 2 skeins of this are super, super rough. So I'm just going to try to work through it, get over it, and be done with it. Once it's crocheted up, it's soft again. It's not like a big deal as far as it doesn't ruin the plushie or anything, but working with it is a nightmare because it doesn't glide on the hook easily, so it's not fun. I am going to use it for her hair, which is going to take a long time, and I'm probably going to regret it halfway through, but at the end, I will be very happy with the result. So I'm just going to bite the bullet and get it done. Okay, with all of that being said, I am going to go ahead and grab my coffee, and we are going to crochet a bit. I'm drinking a blueberry coffee. I made a blueberry syrup. syrup. It is absolutely delectable, and I'm probably gonna put that recipe in an upcoming video when I run out. So let's get to crocheting. Oh my goodness, I'm hopping back on real quick to show you guys. I finished the clown plushie, the not so scary clown, and she is perfect. Oh my goodness, this is easily the most detailed plushie I have ever made, but I love how she came out. She was so worth the outcome. I'm not gonna lie, she took a really long time, like a 4 to 5 hour plushie just because of all the detail, but she is so worth it. It's insane. I started her last night, I think around maybe 11:30 to midnight, and I finished up around 1 a.m. and I got the legs done and part of the torso, but I did have to frog a good amount, so I can't really count that time too much. But I started off this morning and have been working on and off throughout the day, just in between playing with my daughter and stuff. But I really focused on her today. I didn't think I would get her done. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think she would get done today. I thought it would be an overnight kind of thing. But here she is all done, and I'm just so ecstatic and so excited. I really cannot believe it. She has the prettiest eyes. You can't even see them behind all this hair. Oh my goodness. But they're this pretty sparkly purple color. I love how big the nose is. The speckled yarn here worked out perfectly. I think it is the perfect addition and the perfect kind of cream. I just love that it's such a crazy plushie and there's so much detail, and even that yarn is not plain. Like, there's just so much to it. I am going to list her on my website, but I'm not going to lie, I'll be sad to see her go, but happy to see her go to a home that appreciates her. And she's just beyond perfect. I cannot imagine her turning out any better. The colors are a dream, and I'm just in awe, absolutely in love with her. I think she may be my favorite plushie I've ever made, and I know I say that quite a bit, but she really takes the cake. I just love her, and Madeline Mayco killed it on this pattern. And up next, I think I'm gonna work on Oogie Boogie, because that'll be an easier project now that most of him is done, so I can kind of relax a bit. Let's go ahead and get to Oogie Boogie, and I'll come back. It's been a couple hours, and I accidentally lied to you guys because I did not work on Oogie Boogie at all. The only reason I didn't is because I can't find my black yarn to embroider. Because when I reorganized my office, I believe I put the black yarn in the very back of the black yarn shelf, and I haven't had a second to dig it out, so I'm hoping that's where it is. I don't know for sure. It could be in one of my yarn bags. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look, but I haven't done Oogie Boogie yet. He is still on the list. Instead, I decided to give this little guy arms. He's so goofy. I love him. I love his little face. Look at that with the blush. Is he not hilarious? I definitely want to make a bunch more of these monsters. So up next, I think I'm going to just start on a different one, because if I can't finish Oogie Boogie with that black yarn, I also can't finish the zombie pickle. So I might just make another little random monster and freehand another little random guy and see what I come up with. I have a blue yarn with a gray little eyelash yarn, so I think I'm going to use those. I also have a yellow fuzzy yarn. It's not eyelash, but I think it'll give a similar effect to this if I double strand it with a thin Bernat or a Premier. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do there, but I'm thinking for the next monster that I want to do the goose body, like something similar, the head and body, but a very long neck so I can hold it by the neck for a photo. I think that'd be very funny. So I'm gonna try that and see how it comes out. I don't know if I'm gonna follow through with that exactly, but I'm gonna go work on that in the living room and then come back with an update. I'll be back. Hello everybody, happy Saturday. I'm here to do a quick little update. As you can see, I have all of the plushies down there on the ground because I'm gonna show you an overview of everything I made. But I finished up Oogie Boogie and one more monster, so let me show you those real quick. I know I change my mind a million times throughout every video. I always have a plan and then I stray off the plan, and I did that again. But for good reason. I started off putting the pink brain here for Oogie Boogie, and I just didn't love the look of it, so I decided to nix it and just do a normal Oogie Boogie. Just keep him nice and simple because it's a great pattern anyway. I love how he looks on his own. He's a great character, and Oogie Boogie always sells really well for me. I've never held on to one for very long, so I figured I would do a traditional one like normal, and who knows, maybe throughout the season I'll crochet a couple more different themed ones or just different colored ones. I'm not sure yet. It basically just depends on what time will allow for, but I did finish him up. I really love how his stitching came out. I remember the stitching being a lot more tedious than it was, and it wasn't too bad. I ended up staying up pretty late last night, I think till like 1 a.m. to work on him, and then I finished up the rest of the stitching bright and early this morning. So I ended up doing him in sections, which in the past I have done pretty much one whole side of him at once, and that's why it took so long in the past. The sections is way easier, and I found an easier way to do it, so he wasn't so bad to embroider. It was actually pretty easy, and I love how he came out. He is super cute. Oogie Boogie is just always amazing. He's a staple for spooky season, so I'm glad I got one under my belt this year too. After Oogie Boogie, I decided I wanted to make another little monster. So this is where I used the blue and gray that I talked about. I had a different plan. I was gonna give him a really long neck like the goose, but I didn't love how he was coming out, so I decided to make him this little tiny baby with a little tiny body and massive eyes. He's got some cheetah print eyes because he's a little diva, and I just thought this was so stinking cute. I love him. I think he'd be so fun on a bag. He could be inside your bag poking his little head out. He could sit on your desk, on the dash of your car, whatever. He's just adorable, a fun little friend to carry around, so I'm very happy I made him, and he's gonna be one of a million monsters that I'm probably gonna make in the future where I just freehand them all. I didn't write down the pattern for this. I mean, I'm sure I could recreate it. It is pretty basic stitches, and just by looking at it, I think I know and remember what I did. But I wanted to show you guys. I think it'd be fun to do ones where I give them like little bandanas and collars and outfits. So once again, we're just gonna see what time allows for. It's not gonna be in this video, obviously, because this video is coming to an end, but in the future, maybe. I wanna make a bunch more for spooky season for Halloween. So yeah, we will be doing that. And then lastly, I wanted to give you guys a quick overview of everything we made this week. This is everything. I actually can't believe how much we got done because, as you guys know, I am a toddler mom, and this is a lot. So my daughter had some good nap times this week, which is very rare for her. She is napping right now, and I'm sure she's about to wake up, which I'm headed out for a birthday party, so that works. But yeah, this is everything that I made. I think it is all super cute. I really love all these patterns. This guy is a little strange to me now. He's starting to creep me out a little bit more, but hey, that's what a monster does, right? So I don't regret making him. I still think he's cute, and I am still gonna list him and keep him and probably make a couple more because he's a funny little guy that will keep somebody company. Definitely weird to see the geese though, and the candy corn and the duck looking so cute, and then the monsters and creepy things all over there, but that's okay. It's a good little crowd we got going on, and I am gonna do a fill the bin this month. So at the end of the month, you will see everything that I made together that has not sold, and it will hopefully fill up my massive clear bin. We will see. I love it all together. I think it is so cute, and yeah, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and finish out the video here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye!